Well, from the first time I called HiSafe, um, they made me feel that my concerns were important. They came in here with two or three experts on fall protection. They gave us three or four different solutions to the problems that we had. Um, they encouraged me to seek out other contractors and get their input and maybe get some prices from what they had. But it turns out that HiSafe had the best thing going. After getting the first installation done, it turns out that when you deal with HiSafe, they don't just come in, install a system, and leave. It's almost like being part of their family. When they install a system, they're around until, well, as long as that system is around. When HiSafe came into our workplace, they were very professional. They knew what they were talking about. You could see that right off the bat. Um, they made a couple suggestions on what we could use and what we couldn't use. When we got the second installation done, they came out with something new that was called a swing arm system that I'd never seen before, and we ended up buying that, and that turned out being one of the best things we ever had. On our first installation of our fall protection, we just got an overhead line put on two tracks. Um, because of the area that they were working in, they decided that they would come in our slower shifts, so they wouldn't be in our way. When they did come in on our slower shifts, I think it took 2 days for that installation. They were never in our way. They worked around our schedule, and so it was no problem at all when they put it in. When they put in the second system, it was a smaller area. It was actually probably a more complicated system, but it was a smaller area. When they were never in our way, they were clean, they were courteous. When we needed them to get out of our way so we could get our job done, they did, and it still only took 2 days. So everything went real good. We were happy with it. Well, first of all, HiSafe comes in. They find out what you need your fall protection for, and they custom make it for what to fit the job that you need it for. The first installation we had was pretty general, so they came in, they made a couple suggestions, and we went with the system that we had. The second system, though, was the one that they pretty much custom fitted for use with an overhead crane and being hooked up to overhead fall protection. I mean, it was perfect.